Today we're going to be using the Elliptical Marquee tool to create dialog bubbles in Photoshop. The first thing that we're going to need to do is click on this little button right here. It's going to make foreground black and the background color white. Next, what we're going to do is switch to the text tool and we're going to start writing our dialog. We always want to write our dialog first. Okay, so there we go. I'm going to press enter, and I can see right now that this is center aligned. If I highlight everything, I can make it left aligned or right aligned. I like center aligned, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the font to something a little bit more simple. Great. Corey is definitely a dancing machine. Next step, I'm going to press F7. I'm opening up the layers palette. I'm going to create a new layer beneath the text. When I do that, I'm going to switch to the Elliptical Marquee tool. I'm going to make sure that the initial box, the new selection, is selected. I'm going to click and drag, and if I hold spacebar, I remember that I can move my selection around, so I like it right there, and the bubble's going a little bit off the page, and that's okay. Next step, I'm going to right click on the magnetic lasso. I'm going to pull up the polygonal lasso tool. When I do that, I can now hold shift, and when I'm holding shift, I click once, twice, 3 times, and then seal it to create the little dialog tail. Next, what I'm going to do is right click, and I'm going to be using both fill and stroke. I'm going to start with stroke, and I'm going to have it centered, black, and we can try 4 pixels. I like that. Next, I'm going to right click, and I'm going to fill, and I can see that for contents we can use the foreground color, but we don't want to do that. Let's change it to background color because that's white. I'm going to select that, press OK, bam. I'm going to press Control D to deselect, and Corey is a dancing machine. So what we're going to do is, let's use this one. Sometimes you're going to be adding text to a black background. We always want to write text because we want to create our shape, the dialog bubble around the text. So let's have Flora saying she loves Photoshop. I'm going to change the color of the text in a moment. I've got the text, new layer, elliptical tool. I'm going to go like this. And actually, I'm going to pause for a moment. I'm going to click this icon right here to make sure that the default black is the foreground color. I'm going to switch the polygonal lasso. I'm going to hold shift. 1, 2, 3. There we go. I'm going to right click, stroke, press OK. And then while it's still selected, right click, fill, and we're using the background color. Bam. I'm going to now go back into the text, press Control A to select everything, change it to black. There we go. Flora loves Photoshop, and so do I.